And today we are going to understand about print and input functions in Python. We all know that they are very important to display something to the user or to get something from the user. So let us start without any late. Okay, first we would understand about print function. The print function prints a specified message to the screen or other standard output device. Generally, this function is used to display some information or a message to the user. That means it should be displayed on the screen where user can see our information. That means it's on the user interface. Okay. The message can be a string or any other object. The object will be converted into a string before written to the screen. For example, I am going to print some amount of apples I have, that is 6. Here the 6 is integer data type, but when I am printing it on the screen, it is going to change its data type from integer to the string, because all printable things on screen are strings. That's true. So if we compare our observation with the corresponding program mentioned here, we can say there is a function called print pattern, which has a pattern of 5 stars. Okay, and then we have called the function. So here these 5 stars are printed, but these are printed as a string. This is the observational point here. Everything printed on the screen are converted into the string. Let us understand the parameters of the print function. So if we see here, there are the 5 parameters. Generally we say that if you want to print hello world, print hello world. That's what we see. But defaultly there are 5 parameters present in the print function. Let us see what are they. Here there is something called sep. Sep means separator. Objects means the objects of different classes like int, data type, list, dictionary, whatever it may be. The usually we print are the objects of some classes. That's basic thing. And let us understand this separator. Separator is nothing but when we want to print two things which are separated by the comma, that comma represents a space defaultly, but we can change it as we wish. So let us see that in further programs. I'm going to explain. And then let us understand end. What is end? So we will write two print statements, right? One is print hello world, print hi. So basically these two print statements information is defaultly covered by the slash n. Okay, but defaultly it is, but I can change it. This is also we are going to see in the further programs. And here the file is very that we don't know even this exists, but here the file is something where we are going to print our output. See, when we write some code and we get the output, so that's the file we are preferring. But I don't want to get the output on the preferred file. If I want to get output in some inputted device, so we can do that also. Let us understand it further. What is flush? So this flush is very important. It does not give, if flush is false, it does not give any type of information until and unless the buffer is overloaded. We will understand this further too. So here these are the 5 parameters which are present in the print function. Let us understand the programs of these 5 parameters. Let us understand the print function by using some programs, and also understand how does the parameters of the print works. So I am taking a variable x and putting hello world in it. As you can see, I am printing x. So let us see what the output is. Yeah, it's hello world, it's obvious. So let us do some experiment with the parameters of print function to understand more clearly. Actually this is an example of object parameter of print function, like it's an object of class string, right? So like that we can assume it's an example for the object parameter of print function. So I'm taking 90 and I printed y. I got 90. So it is a object of another class int, and it also got printed. But 90 is a string on the display. Actually it's not an integer. It's an integer in our code, but it's string on display. That's the observational point here. I'm taking another variable z, that is 80, and printing z just to ensure. Okay, I'm going to print y comma z and separated as space. Okay, they got separated by space. This is default, even though I did not mention that would happen same. So I'm going to change the separator. I'm putting a closed square bracket. Yeah, you got that. 1980 is separated with a closed square bracket. This is what I want to show you before. I'm going to put backslash n. That means print on next line. They are separated by the complete line. Yeah, this is great. Next, I'm going to show you about the end parameter. Let us see how it works. Y comma I have given a space as an end, so the next z is going to print after a space. That's it. This is how an end works. This is how the parameters work. So let us dive into the input function. Input function takes a single optional argument, like what it is going to ask the user. Simply to tell, it just asks what it wants from the user to the user. Okay, here the prompt means a string that is written to the standard. To understand clearly, that is written to display some information regarding what type of input we are taking. That's the basic thing. So here the input function takes any input as a string. If you want to convert that string as an integer, we have to use the type conversion. This is the important point of the input function. We can't just, if the user gives 6, that doesn't mean 6 is an integer, it's a string actually. So print and input functions are string based functions. So we have to be very cautious when we are dealing with the print and input functions when there are some arithmetic or some boolean operations. So let us dive into the programs and understand them more. Let us take a variable x, and I am going to take input and put in this variable. I am going to ask user enter anything, like anything whatever he wants, and let us print x after that. Let me run this program. But I have another idea that, let us, to understand this is conformly a string, I am just adding +2. I am adding high to it. So see here, we can't add an int. We can concatenate a string to the int. That means it is confirmed that the input function only takes string. So I am concatenating it with string to see how my output comes. I am entering high again. Okay, hello is, sorry, I did not mention in double quotes, so let us do that. These are the minor mistakes we make when you're programming. That's why, okay, it's fine, I just corrected it. See, 6 is treated as a string. 6 plus hello, that means 6 and hello are concatenated. I'm just trying it with another thing, that's by 2 divided by 2, and we can see that I'm typing hello. Yeah, we can't divide a string, it's only for the integer. That's what the error is. This is how we do. I think you have understood how input function works by this manner. I hope you have understood about input and the output functions of Python. So here the input function takes the input from the user, and output function, which is nothing but print, prints the output message of written code to the user interface. I think there is a lot of difference. Like you can see here, there is a flowchart regarding how an input function takes an input from the user and also prints the result to the user. So here input and output functions are very important to have good contact with the user. We have seen, I think we have to summarize what we have seen here. We have seen 5 parameters of print function: objects, separator, end, file and flush. I hope you all remember what we have discussed in previous section of our video. And then we have output function, which is print, which prints the statement. And we have input function, which takes input from the user. I here with the concept, and this video is made under the guidance of Dr. M. Prasad sir, and this video is technically and uh, supported, and audio is given by 3 people of roll numbers 22B01A0512, 22B01A0514, 22B01A0544. Thank you.